that Garissa, Lamu, Tana River, compared to Mogadishu, Mogadishu is safe. That statement is not true. As I came to this house this morning, in the last 24 hours, the incidents that happened in Mogadishu, and I really want the senator to be factual and honest to the numbers he's giving. So Mogadishu, in fact, the other regions of Somalia, in a number of areas where we occupy, including Kismayu and the whole of the southern part, are more safer. Our border now is more safer than Mogadishu. Number two, I have given a breakdown. We are not in Somalia. It's not the Kenya Defense Forces. And it's not the instruction of the Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, His Excellency President William Ruto, direction that our troops are in Somalia. Our troops are part and parcel of the Africa Union Transmission Force. I have given the drawdown beginning June of this year, and the last soldier will leave, including Ethiopia and Uganda and Burundi. But let me speak for KDF. Our 4,000 plus will leave on 31st of December 2024. The gradual withdrawal will start in July. So it's not me to advise. And I said it is a function of the AU and the UN Security Council. The case is different, like our troops serving in DRC, which are there as part of the East Africa Regional Force, and with a mandate. Now they have a mandate of 3 months, ending in December. If December that mandate is not extended, and we fulfill that we have achieved, both in terms of regional security, peace and security of the Great Lakes region, we have achieved our economic interests in that part of the world, because Kenya is a huge economic bloc in DRC. Our banks are there. The port of Mombasa depends in that area. If we achieve our interests and the mandate is not extended, our troops will come back 1st of January from DRC. But these troops in Somalia are under the AU and UN structure. True, Madam Speaker, let me also say it here. Our border is secured. From Kiunga to BP1 in Mandera, we have more than 18 forward operating bases. Our Air Force and we are building more camps now in Marsabit, your county. We are building more camps in Wajir. We have expanded the Wajir International Airport for more air surveillance, not only in our country but in the region. Our Air Force, that is where they use. We have a 24/7 surveillance by our Navy on the Western Indian Ocean with Somalia. No ship carrying anything can enter, particularly the area we man, the sector that we man. And we man the sector, both the sea and the land and the air, that borders our country. The other sectors are manned by our colleague troop contributing countries. So, Madam Speaker, our exit I have given plan. And above all, we are also looking at, as we exit, how is the fourth generation, how is the capacity of the Somali security forces being built, which is better than maybe 15 or 20 years ago, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, CS. Senator Samson Chalalike. Remember, you ask only one question.
Okay. Madam Speaker, I want to thank Cabinet Secretary Ndwale for appearing and answering questions. Mine will only be one. Just in addition, to ask the CS Ndwale, Kenyan troops that are participating in United Nations / AU missions, across the world, either wet or through dry lease, because he has indicated, sorry, whether the lease it is or whether dry or wet lease, Madam Speaker, is how much money has been reimbursed by United Nations African Union to Kenya over the last 5 years. Madam Speaker, to answer that, including I've heard mention about the United Nations Approval Security Council or participation of our ever courageous police officers in Haiti, whether Kenya Defense Forces will be part of it. I thank you, Madam Speaker, for that allowance.
CS Ndwale.
Madam Speaker, thank you to the question to my Honorable Senator for Nandi. Yes, Kenya has participated in peacekeeping missions since time immemorial. And Madam Speaker, it's very sad. At one time, we were country number 4 in peacekeeping mission. Over the years, we are now at number 41. And that's why we have made a deliberate attempt, particularly under this administration, to make sure that we regain our position and do better. Because Rwanda, which was behind us, now is number 3, I think, in peacekeeping mission. So, and I really want to thank Parliament for the passage of the Peace Fund. The passage of the Peace Fund was very, very critical. It was passed 3 months ago, and now we are putting the implementation structure. How much we have received from ATMIS the last 5 years in terms of reimbursements? Roughly, we receive about 500 million every year. So in 5 years, it's like 2.5 billion Kenya shillings that we have received in the last 5 years. And this is part of why we brought the Peace Fund, so that the Peace Fund, unlike now, the money goes to the National Treasury. It doesn't come to the Ministry of Defense. But now we have made a deliberate attempt, passed through the cabinet. We want the Peace Fund to be domiciled at the Ministry of Defense. So that money, we will use it to modernize and to buy more equipment for our security forces without putting more pressure on the exchequer. Madam Speaker, thank you.
I believe you are satisfied by that response. Senator Boni Halwale.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, allow me to congratulate the minister. He's one of the ministers who takes our calls and who calls us. Thank you, Minister. Minister, before I ask you my question, allow me to invite you to the provisions of Article 35 of the Constitution, specifically Article 1A, which gives every Kenyan the right of access to information in the custody of the government. Can you please balance this with our age-old tradition in Parliament, where you are free to ask the Speaker to allow you to table that information in camera? I want to invite you. Having done so, allow me to ask you my question. Haiti is 12,119 kilometers away. It takes 13 hours of flying to reach Haiti, and the cheapest flight, Minister, is 220,700 shillings. You have justified our presence in regional missions by attributing it for the need for us to be part of securing peace, security, and stability of our regions. Given the statistics I've given you on how far away Haiti is, could you tell us what are the benefits and what are the intended consequences the government hopes to achieve by taking our troops to Haiti?
Cabinet Secretary.
Madam Speaker, the last question, I think, with a lot of respect to my colleague, when I came to Parliament, I found him in this same chamber There used to be a library next door. I don't know whether it's still there. Many, many years. I want to refer the last question to the Minister of Interior. So please take time, invite Professor Kindiki, give him the statistics of the distance and how many flights go there and the hours. That is above it's not my domain, so I'll refer that to Professor Kindiki. And I'm sure the House has the powers using the standing orders to invite him, even this afternoon. Yes, the first one was, yes, Article 35 of the Constitution allows you to get and provide information, any information, to any citizens. But that article must be interpreted with certain responsibility. And I'm sure if you read the chapter on the organs of the National Security Council and even KDF, and you being a very, very seasoned medical doctor, I am sure even sometimes you don't provide your client, your patient data to all and sundry. This is a plenary. And there are certain information which is, the custodian is the National Security Council. Honorable Boni, Senator Boni Khalwale, I cannot share. But if you want me to share, the venue will not even be Parliament. The venue will be the defense headquarters. Because even the room where we want to share, we must take charge of that room. So I will invite you, using the standing orders, to come to defense headquarters. You'll be ushered in, and the generals will share with you some of the privileged data. I am sure from where you sit as a majority whip and as a seasoned leader in this country, you also want to protect our country and you want to protect the national security of our country. Thank you.
It is apparent that the responses being in the domain of security sector are unique and have different perspectives, Senator Boni Khalwale. I would also want to guide the senators that the questions that you raise, the supplementary questions that you raise,